have a chance. Richarlison cuts it back. Oh, what a goal! First up! It's just the 5th minute.
Still Lewandowski. Still Doski. Finds Dembele, and Dembele scores an equaliser. What a pass from Lewandowski. He has been the best player. He has actually got 2 assists. One of Gavi's goal and now Dembele's goal.
And City wins! City won the match. Manchester City won the match.
Hello everybody, this is Brisbane05 Blast here and welcome back to another video of this channel. Today's match is going to be the second leg of the Champions League quarterfinal match, and it's going to be Liverpool taking on PSG right here at the Anfield. Of course, Liverpool have completely succumbed to PSG at the Parc des Princes, losing to them 2-0 thanks to a masterclass performance from Doue and Kvaratskhelia. For some reason, Arne Slot benched Mo Salah and decided to play low block. That means play 5 at the back, and that's something that Liverpool has never done before. Of course, United would be happy about this since they're not the only ones who are playing 5 at the back, of course, when Ruben Amorim was at the M. But this time, Arne Slot has completely ruined football and put Liverpool, put the tactics, 5 at the back. And that's kind of shameful for, for most Liverpool fans. And here I say, many people say that we play haram ball, we play these type of tactics. Sorry for, being out of context here. But still, all the football fans have recently hated us for this. Just because we play haram ball, we haven't even played single 5 at the back. Not even in our single career, basically our single history, we played 5 at the back. But Man United has done 5 at the back. And now Liverpool in recent games, they started to play 5 at the back when they're playing against a relatively big team. We've literally played against Real Madrid, and not even we have played 5 at the back. But here they are. Here's the answer. That's the problem for Liverpool, because they played 5 at the back and that really costed them. They even failed to register a single shot on target, and it really costed them. But anyway, guys, after I just went on a perfect rant, now let's just talk about these two teams. So Liverpool, yes, they've had some difficulties in recent competitions, but they are still performing well. They still have Mo Salah, they still have Gravenberch, they still have Ekitike, and of course they have Alexander Isak. So nothing to worry about here for Liverpool. But when you go against PSG, they have the likes of Dembele, they have the likes of Kvaratskhelia, Doue, Vitinha, probably the best midfielder, and the best fullbacks here for PSG, like Nuno Mensch and Hakimi. So all I can say, it's going to be very tough for Liverpool. And yes, it is at Anfield. And the last time Liverpool have, succumbed a huge defeat like this was against Barcelona, and they managed to come back, beating them 4-0. But this time it is completely different. PSG are not Barcelona, man. They don't crumble under pressure. They know what to do. They know how to handle business. So I have a feeling that PSG may hold on. But prove me wrong. Liverpool may find a way to come back. I don't know. But anyway, guys, who will advance to the semi-finals? Will it be Liverpool or PSG? Can Liverpool do the comeback, or will PSG hold on? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. And without further ado, let's get to the cop to see Liverpool take on PSG. Alright guys, we're here at Anfield to see the second leg of the quarterfinals featuring Liverpool and PSG. So back at the first leg, PSG completely dominated Liverpool, beating them 2-0 thanks to a masterclass performance from Doue and Kvaratskhelia. But Bill Shankly said it is there to remind our lads who they're playing for and to remind the opposition who they're playing against. The famous words that Bill Shankly has said. And of course the famous words of Liverpool, never walk alone. But yeah, Liverpool are in a very tricky position right now because, yes, they've done it before. They've done it against Barcelona where they fumbled in the first leg, but then they know how to manage it perfectly. They managed to beat them in the second leg, doing the impossible way. And then they they went on to win the Champions League. But this is different. They're up against a super PSG team managed by Luis Enrique. And they also have a Ballon d'Or winner, Ousmane Dembele. So it's going to be very difficult for Liverpool to get a comeback. But right now, let's enjoy the UEFA Champions League anthem. Alright, we're here to see Liverpool's starting lineup. Of course, Arne Slot's the manager, and here are the substitutes for Liverpool. So Alisson in real life has picked up a knock, but he's still playing. Kirkes, Van Dijk, Konate, Frimpong, Gravenberch, McAllister, Gakpo, Wirtz, Salah, and up top, it's Hugo Ekitike. So yeah, Liverpool, they have a pretty good squad. But here's the problem. They're up against a super PSG team, who really have the likes of the Ballon d'Or winner, Ousmane Dembele, and they also have the likes of course, Kvaratskhelia, Doue, and the third place ranking player, Vitinha, who was also this close to win the Ballon d'Or. But they were happy to see Ousmane Dembele get the Ballon d'Or, his teammate. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be a cakewalk here for PSG if they manage to beat them. And here's their starting lineup. Of course, Luis Enrique is the manager, and here are the substitutions here for PSG. So Donnarumma is the man in goal. In real life, it's Chevalier, Mendes, Pacho, Marquinhos, Hakimi, Ruiz, Vitinha, Neves, Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, and Doue. So yeah, who's going to win this match? Will it be Liverpool? Will Liverpool manage to do a comeback? Or will PSG hold on? Tune in to find out. Anyway, PSG will be the one to start. And they go for a low punt. Which is pretty strange, to be fair, but if they're doing properly, if they know what they're doing, might as well let this count as a tactic. But anyway, it looks like Liverpool have the possession. Here's Gravenberch, the player who actually gave PSG the goal with his unlucky deflection. And now here's Florian Wirtz. Wirtz to Kirkes. And Kirkes with it. Still Milos Kirkes. Still Kirkes. Kirkes to McAllister. But what a block here from Hakimi. The best right back here for PSG. And yeah, Arne Slot's the manager here, of course. But with him managing, it's very tough. He's been getting underwhelming results with this club. So I'm pretty sure if this, history might repeat if he won't learn his lesson. But anyway, Liverpool had the corner, but they just couldn't execute it. Now here's Cody Gakpo, probably Arne Slot's favorite, teacher's pet. Because he always favors Gakpo over Mo Salah and other wingers. But right now, here's Vitinha. Still Vitor Ferreira, aka Vitinha. He manages to shield the ball and finds Pacho, the Ecuadorian. He finds Vitinha. He passes it to Nuno Mendes. Still Nuno Mendes. He finds Dembele. The Ballon d'Or winner dribble past the Liverpool defenders. He chips this one to Vitinha. Vitinha finds Ruiz. Ruiz to Dembele. Dembele shoots and PSG scores their first goal of the second leg. It was inevitable that he would be on the score sheet. Even though it said that Dembele has actually scored a hat-trick, let's not count the two goals scored in, the two other goals Dembele has scored. He's only scored the first goal of this leg, so got to count that and not the other two goals. But what a finish here from Dembele. Did Alisson dirty. But if this was Mamadashvili, it would literally be the same scenario. But looks like PSG have the upper hand on Liverpool. And this could be something that Liverpool really need to focus on if they really have to come back here. Now here's Maka. Maka to Konate. Konate to Frimpong. Frimpong to Salah. Salah with a wonderful cross here to Kirkes. Kirkes to McAllister. McAllister to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Gravenberch. Gravenberch to Wirtz. Wirtz chips this one to Kirkes. Kirkes to Maka. Maka to Van Dijk. Van Dijk back to Maka. Maka to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Wirtz. Wirtz to Gravenberch. Gravenberch to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Kirkes. Kirkes to Gakpo. But he gets tackled. Now here's Ousmane Dembele. Dembele to Vitinha. Vitinha makes a wonderful pass, but Alisson gets this one through. Now here's Maka. Maka to Gakpo. Gakpo to Wirtz. Wirtz to Gravenberch. Gravenberch to McAllister. McAllister makes a wonderful pass here to Kirkes. Kirkes to Gakpo. Still Gakpo. Gakpo to Wirtz. Wirtz to Ekitike. Ekitike shoots. And he scores the equalising goal for Liverpool. Yes, it's showing 3-1. But that's going to be on aggregate. But in the second leg, Liverpool equalised this goal thanks to a perfect finish here from Hugo Ekitike. Got to take a look at the build-up here. Florian Wirtz gets the pass. He passed it to Ekitike. And Ekitike, what a finish. Donnarumma could not save this one. And Fabian Ruiz and Nuno Mensch was done dirty by that wonderful strike from Ekitike. And Donnarumma will be fuming because of that. But looks like Liverpool equalise it. Thanks to a wonderful finish. They equalise the game. But on aggregate, they're trailing 3-1. So Liverpool really need to lock in. They need to be the next, probably the next I don't know, Man City when it comes to, locking in. And that was a tame effort here from one of the PSG players. And now here's Kirkes. He gets the ball from Alisson, finds Van Dijk. Van Dijk makes a pass, but what an interception. This could turn into trouble and turmoil. But Alisson makes a wonderful save. Dembele had the opportunity to double the game, double his goals. But a perfect save from Alisson, and Liverpool fans are hoping that they can defend this corner. But unfortunately, it's a penalty here because Kirkes or Van Dijk, it was Van Dijk that was the culprit. He literally just gave a handball. I literally just said Liverpool have to defend the corner. And Van Dijk, of course, unfortunately just gives the penalty away to PSG. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be a bit of a mountain to climb here for Liverpool because Vitinha, oh my goodness, Vitinha somehow misses the penalty. How? How did Vitinha miss the penalty there? It literally hit the cross like the post of the goal. And then PSG could not even capitalize it. I thought for sure Liverpool would really be in a sticky situation. They would be in a turmoil. But thanks to their luck, Vitinha manages to literally botch his penalty, hits the crossbar or probably the left-hand side of the goalpost and could not score the goal. Liverpool has literally got a second life because of this. But still they need to get away from this attack. It's João Neves with a Desiree Doué to Hakimi. Hakimi finds Mendes, another fullback. Mendes to Neves. Neves to Ruiz. Ruiz shoots, but what a save from Alisson. But oh my goodness, how did PSG not capitalize it? Vitinha had the opportunity to retake the lead for PSG, but how? Vitinha should have scored this. He should have buried that one. This might literally regret them if Liverpool score this one. But right now, Liverpool managed to get the corner away this time. Now here's Hugo Ekitike. Ekitike with it. Still Ekitike. Ekitike to Maka. Maka to Gakpo, who's run into the box. Gakpo to Kirkes. But somehow, PSG managed to get this one away. And that too, it was from Hakimi. Now here's Doué. Doué makes a wonderful pass here. And now here's Hakimi, but what a tackle here from Kirkes. But it's still with PSG. Desiree Doué with it. But Liverpool managed to get this one away. And ignore the one showing a... Yeah, I have to keep on scrolling the controller because it sometimes shows that it will turn off. So ignore it. But anyway, Liverpool are on the attack. What a block here from Kirkes. And what a save from Alisson, man. Like, they really took advantage after that Vitinha miss. But right now, here's Gravenberch. Gravenberch to Ekitike. Back to Ekitike here. Now here's Salah. But what a tackle here from Marquinhos. The old guard for PSG. The nonchalant centre-back. Now here's Nuno Mensch. Still Nuno Mensch. He crosses it to Kvaratskhelia. And somehow Liverpool managed to get this one away. And Marquinhos from a Brazilian doing a wonderful trickery like this. But Liverpool get the ball. And now here's Ekitike. Still Ekitike. It hits Marquinhos. It's going to be a free kick for Liverpool because it was an unfortunate handball. However, We're already down to the stoppage time. I did not see that. The game has just gone so quickly. But yeah, Liverpool have the opportunity to reduce the aggregate score at the stroke of half-time. But can they do this? Who's actually the best free kick taker? It's Alexis McAllister. In real life, it's actually Szoboszlai, but McAllister's the one to take the free kick. He goes for it, and what a goal! What a goal from Alexis McAllister, the Argentinian centre-mid, scoring an absolute beauty of a free kick. Gotta take a look at the replay here. Gakpo does a dummy kick, and McAllister literally, with no problem, took a wonderful free kick. Wow, timed that to perfection. Donnarumma could not save this one. Szoboszlai would be really happy for this. He would be really happy about this. Because McAllister has literally given Liverpool a lifeline and has punished PSG's mistake at the other end. But it's half-time with Liverpool leading in the second leg 2-1. However, PSG leading the score on aggregate 3-2. But Alexis McAllister has given Liverpool the lifeline with this free kick of his, as they have an opportunity of clawing back. It's half-time, Liverpool 2, PSG 1. PSG lead on aggregate 3-2. Alright guys, so here's the recap. For some reason it couldn't show the kickoff angle here, but what a finish here from Dembele though. Like, that was perfect. And the goal was given, of course. But then Liverpool managed to bounce back with a wonderful pass here from Florian Wirtz and a wonderful finish here from Hugo Ekitike, the Frenchman. But then PSG had the opportunity. Dembele had the opportunity to give PSG the lead. But then what a save from Alisson. And then they again had the opportunity, and this time it was from Fabian Ruiz. They couldn't show the Vitinha miss, but that was questionable though. How did Vitinha not score that? But still, Alisson made a save, and then this beautiful free kick from Alexis McAllister. What a beautiful free kick. Messi and Szoboszlai would be happy about this, because he would be prepared for the World Cup taking a wonderful free kick like this. And yeah, these are the highlights. And now let's go to the match facts. Of course, PSG dominating. Those 2 goals don't actually count, so we're going to subtract that. So in real life, Liverpool have 3 shots, 2 shots on target, and PSG have 6 shots, 5 shots on target. Yes. So mathematically, those 2 goals don't count. It was only used for the aggregate score, so yes. So PSG's 6 shots, 5 shots on target to Liverpool's 3 shots, 2 shots on target here. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Second hour will be coming up shortly. Can Liverpool feel it? Can they have the aura to do the comeback here? Or will PSG manage to hold on from this late scare from the Reds? Anyway, guys, second hour will be coming up shortly, right after the break. Alright, looks like second half has already commenced with Liverpool having the possession this time. They're kicking, and unlike PSG, they're not going for a punt because it's not necessary for them to do it since they are trailing. But right now, Doue has taken the ball away. Here's Desiree Doue. Desiree Doue to Hakimi. Still Hakimi. Still Hakimi. Hakimi with it. He finds Vitinha. Vitinha to... I don't know who actually went for it. I'm pretty sure that was João Neves. Yes. João Neves, in literally the start of the second half, has just scored the equalizing goal for PSG. As the fans are jubilant that despite Vitinha missing the penalty, they still managed to bounce back. What a pass from Vitinha and what a finish from João Neves. That was cold-blooded from him, by the way. Or did Alisson touch it? No, it didn't. It was literally cold-blooded from the young Portuguese midfielder there. That was literally a Portuguese connection from Vitinha and then to João Neves. But looks like the game is level on leg 2-2, but PSG still lead on aggregate 4-2. Thanks to a wonderful goal from João Neves. Right now, Liverpool still have the possession, but just as I said it, they lost it. But then they won it back. And now they lost it. And now here's Marquinhos. He finds Hakimi. Hakimi to Doue. Doue to Neves. Neves to Doue. Still Doue. Desiree Doue with it. Still Doue. What a tackle here, though, by Van Dijk. Now Van Dijk to Gakpo. Gakpo back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Gakpo. Still Cody Gakpo, the teacher's pet of Arne Slot. Kerkez to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to McAllister, who scored that beautiful free kick. Here's McAllister to Gravenberch. Gravenberch to Wirtz. Here's Ekitike. Ekitike to Wirtz. Still Wirtz. Still Florian Wirtz. Wirtz to Ekitike. But what a block here from Marquinhos there. And PSG managed to get this one away. Here's Nuno Mensch. Still Nuno Mensch. Can PSG do the can Liverpool do the unthinkable? Pardon me there. Because PSG are leading. But can Liverpool do the comeback? Here's McAllister. McAllister to Gravenberg. Still Gravenberg. Gravenberg to Salah. Mo Salah. He finds Frimpong. Frimpong makes a wonderful pass to Salah, who's literally at his last year of his Liverpool contract. He won't be playing for Liverpool ever again next year. So he really needs to make a contribution in his last ever Champions League game for Liverpool. Now here's Ekitike. But what a block here from Pacho. And now here's Kvaratskhelia. Still Kvara. Still Kvaradona. What a run from Kvaradona here. He makes a wonderful pass. What a finish or header effort here. But Alisson, did he actually save that? It was a wonderful header here from Doue. No, I think his header was just off target. PSG are completely trying to kill the game. They really don't want to show mercy on Liverpool. For some reason, PSG did not actually, look back, had that Vitinha penalty cost them, because they still managed to look up. They still managed to score a goal. But right now, here's Frimpong. Still Frimpong. What a block here from Mendes. And as you can see, PSG 92% to Liverpool's 1% of actually winning the game. But 7% for the draw, which I think Liverpool can hopefully get it. Here's Frimpong. Frimpong to Salah. Gravenberg, Ekitike with it. Still Gravenberg. Gravenberg to Konate. Konate to Wirtz. Liverpool are literally just passing. Now here's Maka. Maka to Wirtz. Wirtz makes a wonderful pass here to Kerkez. Still Kerkez. Kerkez crosses this one. And Salah tried to go for a finish, but his head just could not meet the target, and Donnarumma makes a save. But 20 minutes to go, and Liverpool really need to bounce back here. They literally cannot give the ball away. And as you can see, this is a huge trouble here for Liverpool, as Mo Salah has picked up an injury. He has picked up an injury. So he will be ending his Liverpool Champions League career, but being injured. He tried to go for a header, but for some reason, it did miss, but at a cost of literally injuring himself. And looks like Mo Salah will be actually the one to go off, and Federico Chiesa comes in. But yeah, PSG have the possession here. Vitinha to Dembele. Still Ousmane Dembele. Dembele makes a wonderful pass here to Ruiz. Still Fabian Ruiz. Ruiz to Vitinha. Vitinha to Kvaratskhelia, but what a block. But yeah, Liverpool have already lost their talisman, Salah. But what can Chiesa do? Here's Frimpong. Still Frimpong. Frimpong to Gravenberg. Gravenberg to Frimpong. Frimpong to Chiesa. Chiesa to Ekitike. But Liverpool has more passing accuracy. And here's Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo shoots and he scores the equalizing goal. Well, not the equalizing goal, but the comeback goal for Liverpool. But in the leg, they are leading. But what a goal here from Cody Gakpo, as he's literally the teacher's pet of Arne Slot. Mo Salah's happy because this might have given Liverpool a bit of hope here. Gotta take a look at this wonderful pass. What a pass here from Wirtz again. And what a finish here from Gakpo. Like, Gakpo was this close to literally mess this one up, but he somehow manages to finish this one. And Arne Slot's happy because his teacher's pet has literally just scored what could be a potential comeback goal here for Liverpool. Right now, they're still leading in the second leg 3-2. But PSG have the mighty advantage on aggregate. 4-3 on aggregate here. Here's Nuno Mensch. Could Liverpool do the comeback here? Nuno Mensch to João Neves. 10 minutes to go. Here's Hakimi. Hakimi to Fabian Ruiz. Ruiz to Vitinha, I think. Is it? Yes, it is Vitinha. Vitinha to Neves. Neves to Dembele. Still Dembele. Dembele shoots, but what a simple save here from Alisson. Alisson finds Konate. Konate to Chiesa. Chiesa to Gravenberg. Gravenberg to Konate. Liverpool, it's now or never for them. Here's Chiesa. Still Federico Chiesa. Chiesa to Konate. Konate to Chiesa. Chiesa makes a wonderful pass. But it's actually play on here from Liverpool. Florian Wirtz makes a wonderful cross. but PSG managed to get this one away. Liverpool have the momentum here. Now here's Ekitike. Ekitike to McAllister, but what a block here. And I don't think Liverpool can find the mentality to come back. I don't think they can do this. They do have the possession, but they literally have to create this 2019 Anfield magic here. And that's not what they're doing right now. They literally gave the ball away. And I think this will be Liverpool's end of the road of the Champions League campaign. As PSG, they have the opportunity to finish this off. Here's Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia makes a wonderful finish. A wonderful chance to finish. But it literally went off target. But full time, as Liverpool managed to beat PSG in the second leg 3-2. But PSG won the game on aggregate. Dembele did actually score a goal. But for some reason, they've given the ball to him because he scored the hat-trick. Quote-unquote hat-trick. But it doesn't even matter. Because PSG did manage to win the game 4-3 on aggregate. And Liverpool, winning the game 3-2 on the second leg. But yeah, PSG, of course, they've emerged as winners of this second leg of the quarterfinals. We're going to take a look at the highlights. And are they going to show it? We are going to take a look at the highlights here from João Neves' goal. It was a wonderful Portuguese connection here from Vitinha. And a cold-blooded finish here from João Neves. Much needed here from Neves there, because that goal was literally important. Because imagine if he didn't score that, Liverpool would have literally taken that to extra time. And then Desiree Doué had the opportunity to finish the game from there. He actually crossed it. The number 7 crossed it. And then I think it was a header chance here from Doué. But Alisson, he did try to make a save, but for some reason, luckily for him, it literally didn't get closer to him as it went off target. And yeah, that was it. But then Cody Gakpo he really thought he has given Liverpool some hope. It was a wonderful pass and a wonderful finish here from the Dutchman. Like, Mo Salah being injured in a crucial second leg like this was pretty emotional and heartbreaking if you are a Liverpool fan. But what a finish here from Gakpo. Alisson really was celebrating that goal. But man, they really thought that they came back. But sadly, it wasn't to be, as PSG managed to hold on. We're going to take a look at the performance. Of course, McAllister. Dembele, of course, scored the hat-trick, which wasn't actually called as a hat-trick. The 2 goals was given because of the first leg. I actually handicapped it, just because to save a bit of time here. But right now, let's take a look at the match facts. Of course, PSG, excluding the 2 shots, PSG had 10 shots, 7 shots on target to Liverpool's 5 shots, 4 shots on target. So despite Liverpool having a bit of a comeback arc here, PSG managed to hold on. And it was pretty good. One of them was from a finesse, while 2 were normal, basically. But anyway. But I'm kind of confused about that. But anyway. But yeah, I mean, Liverpool, despite actually having that comeback, they still couldn't win. They did win the second leg 3-2. But PSG hold on, despite the late scare from Liverpool. 4-3 on aggregate. Thanks to, of course, Dembele. Then, of course, João Neves and, well, mostly Dembele and João Neves. Dembele and João Neves were the goal scorers of that game. And despite Ekitike, despite Alexis McAllister, and of course, Cody Gakpo literally trying to give Liverpool some hope, it wasn't enough. And PSG are the winners as they advance to the semi-finals to take on the winner of Bayern and Real Madrid. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this one. I will be back for our next match. Goodbye. Hello guys, we're back, and just as you witnessed, Liverpool were this close to create a comeback, but PSG managed to hold on, beating them 4-3 on aggregate despite Liverpool winning the second leg 3-2. Well, it started well for PSG as Ousmane Dembele started the game with a goal and put his name on the score sheet, which actually gave PSG the lead in the second leg. But then, of course, Hugo Ekitike scored the equalizing goal thanks to a wonderful pass from Wirtz. But then, of course, PSG had the opportunity to score from a penalty thanks to a horror show from Van Dijk as he had that handball incident. But Luckily for Liverpool, Vitinha botched his penalty, and that gave Liverpool some hope. And it did initially because Alexis McAllister scored a beautiful free kick, literally at the stroke of halftime, to actually reduce the aggregate score by 1. But sadly for them, sadly for the Scousers, João Neves literally scored the goal at the stroke, literally at the beginning of the second half. Thanks to a wonderful Portuguese connection here from Vitinha, he scored the cold-blooded goal here for PSG as they were led again by 2 goals. Excuse me there. But then, Liverpool again got hope despite Mo Salah being injured. He had to come off, but Cody Gakpo scored the goal, which looked like Liverpool had the momentum, but they ran out of gas, they ran out of energy as Liverpool, they failed to make a comeback, beating, they did win in the second leg, but just not overall. They failed to do a comeback against PSG, and PSG managed to hold on as they advanced to the semi-finals to take on the winner of Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Our next match is going to be a feisty one. It's going to be Manchester City taking on Arsenal. I'm ready to make this video, and I'm ready to get this revenge on. My redemption arc starts right now because I really want to give Manchester City revenge for, knocking us out in the Carabao Cup final, and Nico Riley humiliating us like that, Kepa humiliating us like that. And I really can't wait for this. We will be there no matter what. We will be there. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please make sure to like and subscribe. This is Brisbane 05 Blaster here, signing off.